This podcast is going to remain audio only well into the foreseeable future. When it comes to anchors on MS Now, the only two I can stomach are Reverend Al Sharpton when he hosts Politics Nation and then goes to Ari Melbourne with his hour of The Beat. So a few days ago, it was around the hour 4 p.m. I think I got into the apartment at 4:15, 4:20 p.m. And my mother walked over and told me that she was interviewed by the press. And the minute she said that, I was feeling in the Sixth Sense and within the Force. Pick whatever movie reference you like better of those two. They're both still great movies / franchises. That it will be interesting. And I knew, after thinking it will be interesting, I knew immediately later that day it will be on television. And it was. Added, recently my mother was featured in a segment on MS Now's The Beat with Ari Melbourne that was broadcast on American national television. Of course, I was able to get a copy of it easily because that segment was uploaded onto the official YouTube channel of MS Now, and I clipped it to present. Obviously, just the audio from it.
There was the offensive post, where he tried to depict himself as Jesus and later claimed that the post of Jesus was actually of a doctor. And there is a feud with the Vatican that really doesn't advance any U.S. interests at all. The backlash is a headache for the Trump camp as they look at a punishing set of problems going into the midterms. Alienating key parts of your base going into the election is not good politics. So even by that narrow measure, there is something off with Donald Trump's ability to do what he used to do on a regular basis, which is speak at least effectively to his base and build or maintain power. He is failing that, and I will show you the verdict coming in from many places. We could show you our European allies. We could show you independents, veterans, liberals. But let's start with how this is playing among MAGA voices.
That is blasphemy in its purest form. I find it appalling. It's disgusting. You're mocking my Lord and Savior.
It's evil. Just evil.
Yeah.
Nothing more to say about it. He's crazy. Done.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that he would actually do that. The man I voted for and trust.
Do you think this will have an effect on the elections in November and the midterms?
I hope so. I hope Catholics come out and vote for the Democrats. We're in a really bad situation.
I cut that segment off exactly after my mother was featured on it. After it aired, I spent a good hour and a half trying to convince her why that segment she was featured on was really bad for her and in general others as well. And I was not articulating it well at all because of course I went straight to using legalese, not even real legalese used on the internet, particularly Reddit forums and YouTube comment sections, but I was still right nonetheless. And I wound up, not just from my end, but other people as well, convincing her to address it publicly. I thank God I managed to get help when it came down to having read aloud the email my mother sent to MS Now.
Good morning. I am very disappointed in yesterday's coverage. I watch The Beat regularly, and I was interviewed yesterday outside St. Patrick's Church regarding President Trump's posting himself as Jesus. I was identified in the story as MAGA, and that is misleading and false. I am a lifelong progressive Democrat. And to include my quote as, "I hope Catholics will vote for Democrats" as a MAGA opinion is as misleading as any story you will find on Fox News. I also received comments from people who were shocked to see me included in a MAGA piece. Disappointing. Thanks. Name redacted. Only votes for Dems, never a Republican, not even Bloomberg. So that is annoying. Thanks.
And anyway,
consider this 21st century Italian-American defamation.
a special thanks goes to Nicky Petito regarding his amazing ability when it comes to doing a deep fake of Tony Soprano without technology, only using natural technique. Basically the ancient art of doing impressions and mimicry.